Okay, number 8. This is going to be annoying to read, so here we go. Angle C is congruent to angle Y. Angle H is congruent to angle W. Angle F is congruent to angle S. CH to YW equals CF to WS. All of those, all the segment ones, it should be measure. I'm just going to read it without saying measure each time to have a little bit less trouble. Equals FC to SY. Number 10, angle A is congruent to angle V. Angle B is congruent to angle X. Angle D is congruent to angle Z. Angle F is congruent to angle T. AB to VZ equals BD to XZ. DF to ZT equals FA to TV. Number 12 is no, because angle L is not congruent to angle W. And number 14, BD to FG equals DC to GC equals CB to CF, and it has a scale factor of 3/4. We went to how far? 20. Yeah. Okay. 16 is no. You could have a lot of different types of answers. One possible one would be the ratio of the lengths to the hockey rink to the air hockey table is about 2, and the ratio of the widths is about 1.7. So since they have different ratios, it's not. 18 is 7. 20 is 2. Excuse me. 22 is 1 to 2, and the perimeter of ABCD equals 56 yards, and the perimeter of QRST is 112 yards. 24 is 12.5, and 26 is 20.25, and 28 is 75 feet. What questions do y'all have in La Hora? 8?
Yeah.
Number 8. Y and F, what are you saying?
Those being similar.
C is congruent to angle Y. Yeah, why'd you do that? Why did you pick those? Those are the two that what? Look similar. Look up at the top and the way it's written. Triangle CHF is similar to triangle YWS. So C goes with Y, H goes with W, and F goes with S. Remember that pictures can be misleading, but letters aren't. Which is like kind of a good life lesson, to be honest. The internet and the media and everybody else and the social media influencers of every kind like to use pictures that are actually quite misleading and lead to a lot of false information. It's true facts. Yeah. Anyway, what other questions from geometry? 24.
Are we still on the first set?
We are, I think.
I know a person that who thinks
You know a person?
We-
What?
I know a person that who thinks that Mr. Beast is the Antichrist.
That Mr. Beast is. I am sure that there are people that believe that. That's a little bit of a weird belief, but
And,
I am sure that some people believe that.
He's a good person, not necessarily. Is he the Antichrist? It seems excessive.
And I asked why, and he said, well, his name is Mr. Beast, which means...
See, evidence. Same. What was I actually doing? Oh, markers. I feel like I would need more than 2 hands to count the number of people I've heard other people say, so-and-so is the Antichrist.
Yes.
I've heard lots of, don't remember which one was which. I have to keep them both out. Okay. I've heard lots of people saying, lots of different people are the Antichrist.
And yet here we sit, not an antichrist in sight.
You know the world is buying, is ending when Mr. Beast is trying to buy TikTok.
You know, he got engaged this Christmas, right? Mr. Beast?
He did?
Yeah. Literally in his living room wearing his own merchandise.
Well, he's so rich.
It's like the Bang Energy guy.
Yeah, he's like trying to monetize his own.
All right, so number 24, we've got the triangle WZX is similar to triangle SRT. And we've got the measure of ST equals, oh, those are just the ones that are listed, so forget that, who cares. The perimeter, wow, of SRT equals 15. And we're supposed to find, oh, the perimeter of the other triangle. Perimeter of WZX. So, what should we do, kids?
Sum of his ratios.
Okay.
6/5 equals 15.
Now what?
6x equals 75.
What now?
Divide backwards.
X equals you all own calculators.
No, I thought we were supposed to do this fraction.
You could. We're talking about distances. It's usually better to go with either a mixed number or a decimal. But because it's just easier, like if I'm going to be a carpenter, I'm not going to measure 75 thirds or whatever. That's just their sixths. Like the method? Yeah, almost certainly. You just have to parse which triangles we're actually talking about and dissect it all. What other questions do we have from that lesson? Okay, next lesson. Here we come. Similar triangles, specifically. What did we do on this one? 2 through what?
24.
What? I didn't give you one of those proofs. Look at me being generous to you. Number 2 is yes, by side angle side similarity. 4 is yes, because side 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 similarity. 6, triangle XYZ is similar to triangle JKL, and 12. Number 8 is 135 feet. 10 is no. Segment BC needs to be parallel to segment DF or triangle DAF to be similar to triangle BAC by angle similarity. We're not told that it's parallel, so who cares what it looks like? Number 12 is yes by angle similarity. Excuse me. Number 14 is invisible. Oh, there it is. No, because the angles of the triangles can never be congruent, so the triangles can never be similar. Number 16. Triangle JLK is similar to triangle PLM, and 8. Sorry, I was trying to hear that tone because it sounded for a second like it was angry. I don't think it was. I think it was just loud. Continuing on. Number 18, triangle WZ is similar to triangle YUW, and 30 and 18. Number 20, triangle DFB is similar to triangle AFC, 5 and 15. 22 is 17 and a half feet. Number 24 is 10.75. What questions do we have from that one?
Yeah, 24, please.
Yeah, 24, please. Oh, look. I've done that as a lab before in a physics class. A hypsometer, who the heck knows, as shown, can be used to estimate the height of a tree. Bartolo looks through the straw to the top of the tree and obtains the readings given. Find the height of the tree. Usually this is a trigonometry problem, but I'm sure they'll give us enough information to solve it without needing trig, because that's the next unit. Although probably would be easier if you knew trig, but we shall see. All right, let's figure out Bartolo and the tree. Tree. Cute. Okay. And Bartolo, there he is. Triangle stabbing him. Poor Bartolo. He is 1.75 meters tall. He is 15 feet from the tree. That's funny. That's annoyingly misleading, but it's fine. X meters. Oh, yeah, his little hydrosometer thingy-mabob. There's also a picture in this problem. It doesn't quite look like that. It looks more like that, because it's got the little stringy-mabob hanging down. And 6 centimeters and 10 centimeters. Great. Yeah, this type of problem is so much easier with trigonometry. So much easier. We just get that angle, punch it in the calculator, push enter, but it's fine. Okay, what can we do? Okay, now that we've cried about it, now what? So this is a little bit of a poorly written question. I will say that, because that's true sometimes. It is true sometimes on this. It is true on this problem. So there's only one possible way we could solve it with what we know, right? What has got to be true in this problem that they don't really explain to us is true? What's the name of this lesson? Similar triangles. So there's almost certainly what in this problem?
A second triangle.
There's some similar triangles happening, right? Almost certainly. So where are they?
I assume one of them has to be the hypsisometer.
Yeah, so we got this triangle and that triangle. So if we kind of pull out those triangles, it also doesn't really tell us, because it doesn't really explain how a hydrosometer works. It doesn't really,
Maybe
really, I mean, arguably, you don't have enough information in this problem to solve this problem. You have to guess about what's what, because
So you can't
Which-
just say I can't solve the problem.
well, you could,
Well, would that be wrong to say that?
because does the 10 go here or does it go here?
I assume it would be the same side as X. I don't know that for factual.
I would say it's the bottom because the answer you gave is smaller than 15.
Right. Right. And that's so because they didn't explain how whatever that word is works, we just got to YOLO and hope that the 10 goes with the 15 and the X goes with the 6. I mean, that's really, they'd have to tell us that triangle, whatever it is, DGH is similar to triangle. That's not even the same corner. So this problem is written really, really poorly. So the answer I gave was smaller than that. What is it asking for?
The height of the tree.
Height of the tree. Okay. So what should we do?
Should we convert the 15 to centimeters?
We could. Done. Now what?
Wait.
Then we put it in a ratio.
Because it's meters to centimeters, so you just.
Oh.
You actually wouldn't have to convert it. As long as it's the same on one side. Like you can't do, yeah, because it would reduce, because the conversion would reduce out of the problem.
6 times 150 equals whatever.
Okay? So we're setting up what proportion? What are we doing? We're doing 1500 to X equals 10 to 6. Is that what you're telling me? Or are you doing it 1500 to 10 equals X to 6? Either one's fine. Great. What's 1500 times 6?
Something big.
What?
Zero,
It's
zero.
9,000. 10x equals 9,000. Divide by 10. X equals 900 what? Centimeters, because we put it in centimeters. So put it back to meters. So this is 9 meters. Which is not the answer to the problem. What do we got to do now? Because X is not the height of the tree.
Now we have to add that with 1.75.
Oh.
Yeah. So that plus 1.75 is 10.75 meters, which would be 1,075 centimeters. I wish that we could just switch to the metric system and make all our lives so much easier. You want to know the real reason why we can't? People always like make the stupid joke about like, oh my gosh, because Americans are stupid. No, that's dumb. If it's anything with that, it's Americans are smarter. They're dealing with a much more irritating and harder to think about measuring system. No, it's because money. Because it would cost way too much money to change all the signage across the country on the roads. That's the real reason. And that's the real reason. If you want to make jokes about Americans, whatever, that's fine. I don't care, but that's false in this case. That has nothing to do with it.
I would say that the Chinese are really smart.
Chinese are whipped into service, so you know. Of course they appear smart. Okay. 18, sure. I second that emotion.
No, I third, but I already.
Okay.
Keep going.
get your schoolwork done.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so arguably the trick with a problem like this is understanding which segments are similar to what, right?
There's more stuff.
Oh, did I forget
Wait,
stuff?
No, I'm looking at 21.
Okay, maybe that was the problem. Maybe you did the wrong problem. Okay, so what sides are similar to what?
32 and x plus 6 and 40 and 3x minus 6.
Great, that's it. Easy money, yeah? $40 to 3x minus 6 equals 32 to x plus 6. Now what?
You cross one.
Yeah. We got some expressions in the denominators.
Jacob has a sore throat and his mom's keeping him home, just FYI.
Okay.
So much sadness, I can feel it.
He'll be fine, probably. I mean, you never know the future.
He did get pneumonia that one time.
That is true. Of course, he also
Well,
kept doing things for weeks with sickness, so
we don't talk about that.
He's a strange character.
I talk about Bruno. I've never seen that movie, ever.
You're not missing out on anything.
Oh yeah.
It's not.
Are you like a generic Disney hater or just that one?
Encanto?
Yeah.
No, I
That
like the
movie
old Pixar
sucked.
movies,
Whoa,
but there's
hey,
literally no
strong language.
storyline to it.
Oh,
It didn't say,
I don't
it was
know.
fun. Was it great? No.
Everything's
like, it was,
good, everything's bad.
Okay. Maybe not.
What's 40 times x?
Not as bad as it could be.
40
It still sucks. Kind of. Look, 40x. Least
What's 40 times 6?
240.
What's 3x times 32?
96
And what's negative 6 times 32?
192.
So close.
negative.
Negative 192. Now what?
Change the sides of everything.
Yeah.
56x and 1. No.
Is that going to bother you
What?
that I'm making them negative?
Yeah.
You'll get over it.
You just did it the other way, and then you wouldn't have to do that.
What's 40 minus 96?
50. Negative 56.
What's negative 192 plus negative 240?
432.
So close.
The negative.
Negative 432. Now what?
Divided by
Divided by 50. Negative 50.
X equals positive what?
7.71.
7.71. That's not what this said.
That's
What number is this?
18.
18. Oh, we're not even done yet. But that still wouldn't give us the right numbers.
X needs to be 12.
X needs to be 12. So what did we do wrong? I'm tempted to believe that I know what we did wrong. But what?
Are they even similar?
There's basically what.
Oh, did it make
I know we
Right,
did
if
wrong.
on like the picture right here, we can see that two angles are
Yeah.
similar and
3x is still the
That's
40,
what's the
but
problem.
x plus.
Oh,
6.
two angles are congruent. Oh, yeah, that's true. It does label that.
so now they're.
Well, we gotta find the other side.
We got to figure out what triangles are actually similar. Which triangles are similar? By what method of discovering that they're similar?
That road
We may have to use Pythagorean theorem. That doesn't really answer the question I was asking. But yeah, we may need to use that. In fact, we plausibly do.
Oh, you're asking for angle.
Yeah, I'm asking for which triangles are similar. Isn't there a theorem for that goes with this picture in this lesson? Or am I thinking of a future lesson? I was kind of thinking that there was a theorem that goes with this one, but maybe not in this lesson. Nope, just kidding. Okay, anyway, so just kidding. There's not a theorem to make this problem faster. I mean, at least not yet. Okay, so let's walk down the Pythagorean theorem path. That'll give us some more options. So what do you mean by Pythagorean theorem? Where are we going to use Pythagorean theorem?
To find the vertical side.
Now to find that altitude there, right? So how would we set up a Pythagorean theorem thing with that one?
40 squared plus 32 squared, or minus 32 squared.
Yeah, so something squared plus 32 squared equals 40 squared, right? What's 32 squared?
Uh, 1044.
1044.
24.
24. That makes much more sense. What's 40 squared?
1600.
1600. Then subtract, right? What's the matter?
I don't know.
Okay.
576.
Plus or minus 24.
What do you mean?
I mean, it's plus or minus 24, but we take the absolute value because it's distance, yeah?
It has to be positive.
Yeah, I know. I know. I've had this, I've said all the words before.
What?
We need to remember that that's what happens when we take the square root of both sides. We take the absolute value because we're talking about distance. Great. Now we have more puzzle pieces to work with. Great. Now what? We still have to figure out what triangles are similar.
Now we use the ratio of
No, stop. Go ahead. Answer my question first. Yes, you're probably right. That ratio that you were about to say, I have no doubt that it's correct. Which triangles are similar? Let me put some letters up here so we know what's happening. What are these letters? ZWYU. ZWYU, right? So, which triangles are similar? By which method?
ZWU and YWYU.
ZWU is similar to triangle, what did you say?
Y and WYU.
WYU. So Z goes with W on the triangle, and W goes with Y on that other triangle, pointy end. U goes with itself. It's the same. It's the shared one. So this one comes out this way, right? By what method? Angle, right? And we know that order because of the order of the angle, right? This angle goes with this one. And this one goes with this one, right? So we know those two letters, this one goes with this one, which means this one goes with itself, which means that this one has to go with this one, right? Now we have that. Now we can set up a proportion that will actually work. Because this is false. What proportion can we actually set up?
X plus 6 is 24 as 3x minus 6 is 240.
Now what? Cross multiply. What's 24 times 3x?
72x.
What's 24 times negative 6?
Negative 144.
What's x times 40?
40x.
And what's 6 times 40?
204.
Now what?
Subtract 4x and add
32x
32.
equals 300.
Now what?
We divide to get 12.
We're not finished because it asks for the sides, so you plug the 12 back in and you get the sides, right? Easy money. What other questions do we have?
Eight? Wait. Yeah, 8.
8. A cell phone tower casts a 100-foot shadow. At the same time, a 4-foot 6-inch post near the tower casts a shadow of 3 feet 4 inches. Find the height of the tower. We're assuming that the pole is so close to the tower as to be basically in the same spot, right? Because that has to be true for this problem to be solvable. What? Right, yeah.
You also have to know what time of day it is.
You do not, in fact.
Because they'd be at the same time.
I know, I'm just kidding. Poor Helen.
I definitely drew that wrong, but it's fine.
It was a J-O-K-E. It was not a good one.
Cell phone tower casts a 100-foot shadow.
Don't worry, Helen. You get to that immediately when you're not playing.
This one casts a 3 feet 4 inch shadow. Height of the tower.
How many drugs are
Trying to decide.
Caffeine, mostly.
Trying to decide if this problem actually works IRL, but
If it's a regular monster, I'd be interested to see them. Not grams, milligrams. That would kill you if there were 200
I
grams.
think it actually does depend on what time of day it is.
nicotine?
Well, you
Where?
get a 100-foot shadow, but
Well, I was trying to decide if they were always, well, yeah, but if they're always similar. They're not always similar depending on, like the sun has to be lined up the same way. So this sometimes works in real life.
if they're at
If
the
the-
right degree,
Yeah, if they are
likely like
perpendicular to where the sun is shining, then it would work. But we'll assume that that's true in this problem and that I drew it horribly. Great. These are similar triangles because we said so, because they have to be, right? So, what do we need to do? Did I not write down something? Yeah, I didn't write down. 4 foot 6 inches. This one is 4 feet 6 inches. Great. I think we should like convert these to like a single unit first.
Everything in the same, or just the
I think we should just, it all be feet. That sounds nice.
4 point, well, but then you run into 3.333.
Oh yeah, because that is a third. That's true. Let's convert it all to inches. Great. How many inches is this?
40 inch. The 3 feet or the
100 feet.
1,200.
100 inches. How many inches is this?
40. Oh no, 40, 54.
54 inches. In case we're like way off somehow and somehow you made it this far in your math career without knowing how many inches are in a feet, there's 12 inches in 1 foot. What about this one? How many inches is that?
40.
I did it feet.
You can do that. You'll just have a little bit of you'll either have a little bit of error or you'll have to deal with fractions.
I dealt with fractions.
That's fine. It totally works.
Or the error, or possibly both.
Right, well,
That is valid.
depends on which error we're talking about. Okay, now what?
Proportion.
But 54 over x and 40 over 100.
Sounds great. Equals 40 over 1,200. Now what? What's 54 times 1,200? Other than a whole heap.
648.
There's no way that's right.
64,000.
64,800. Is that what you said? X divided by 40. And we end up with X equals how many? Hopefully 135.
Well, now you have
Oh, yeah.
5 times 4.
Right. Yeah, so we end up with what?
1,600.
1,620 watts? Inches, which is a stupid number, so we should convert that to feet real quick.
Let's,
135 feet. If you want to know like what unit you should end up with, it should match on whatever triangle you're like doing. So like this one, the big triangle is measured in feet, so our answer should be in feet because we're looking for something on the big triangle, right? And that's how that works. You don't have to have things be the same unit to do the proportion because equivalent fractions, but you do have to it all be like a combined unit. You can't multiply something times 6 feet 4 inches. So we didn't actually have to do this one, but it didn't hurt. Okay, what else? Quiz? Great, let's do it.
these are really necessary.
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yep. Quiz 7-3, page 484. Number 19. Go.